Hey guys, Sam here with Ryan at Varsity, and today we are going to touch on the topic of nutrition for runners. So Ryan, why don't you give me some of the basic nutritional tips that you would give some of your runners, especially beginner runners?
Right. First of all, food is a good thing. As an athlete, you should love food and really embrace everything about it and learn as much as you can about it. You have to be an educated person, athlete, when you're training, and not only in your training program, but also too in the foods that you eat. Really keeping balanced, I think, is important, and also finding what works for you as an athlete. If certain foods work for you, and for me, there's certain things that I have for breakfast every morning, and that just works for me. So really finding what works for you, I think, is an important piece.
And the balance too, because a lot of people, and this is what we strive for in our training as well, is balance in your nutrition. But if you're running 20-30 miles a week and you're not eating a balanced diet, I mean, of course you're going to be overly fatigued.
There's certain qualities in the different foods that really help with the recovery portion, because really as a runner, you get stronger in the recovery phase. If you put a stress on your body, like an exercise bout like running, your body's going to react stronger. So that's hopefully what you do in the time, your downtime, your rest time.
Right. Now there are some common misconceptions about nutrition, especially for beginner runners, that are putting in the miles and have really increased their mileage, that they just kind of start eating whatever.
I think that when people embark on a training program for a half marathon, marathon, some sort of endurance event, they do get the perception that I can really just kind of eat anything, and in whatever quantities as well. And I think that is a big misconception, because you are burning a lot of calories, but at the same time you're not burning just enormous quantities. When you look at the regular age group runners like us, and then you look at the elite level runners, we might put in for a half marathon or marathon training program maybe 20 to 30 miles a week.
Right.
Okay, and that might be even on the upper end for some folks.
Right. Yeah.
When you look at an elite level athlete, they're probably getting up near 100 miles a week to 120 miles a week. So that's 4 to 5 times what we're doing. So they can almost eat constantly. So I think for us, we need to eat, again, a balanced diet. Maybe you really examine your energy expenditure, how much you're really putting out, and then also what you're taking in, and even see some sort of nutrition. If your goal is weight loss, you want to move more than you take in, more than you eat, so that you burn more. So, but I think one of the big misconceptions is that when you're a runner and can begin a training program, you can almost eat whatever you want in whatever quantities.
So in lieu of the bagels and cream cheese, let's talk about the healthier options that we can eat and still get everything that our body needs while staying nice and fit too.
This is my favorite. I mentioned how I will pretty much eat the same thing every morning, and that just works for me. I have a bowl of oatmeal. I put some honey in it to give it some flavor and some sweetness. I also put some cinnamon in there as well. You might take if you like fresh ground cinnamon, you might take a cinnamon stick and grind it up. It has some good anti-inflammatory features in it as well, so that's a good thing.
Also aids in digestion.
Yes, which again, if you're eating this and then you're going to go train shortly thereafter, it will help kind of move things along, so to speak, which is important.
Very important.
So you have, of course, your old Quaker Oats. You have some other, more organic
I love that company.
Yep, there's some really good things there. So that's kind of a breakfast thing, and then maybe you throw a piece of fruit in there as well, cut it up in there.
Right. I know we've talked before about you like to do Clif Bars. We talked about that in the supplement section. But in that section we also said that another good alternative would simply just be a good piece of bread with like some natural peanut butter and some natural jam. So we have the Ezekiel bread that we talk about so often here. And then we have the Polliner jam here, which is an all-natural fruit spread, no additional sugars. And then, of course, I don't have a peanut butter here, but there's so many different brands that you could use. Oh, what's one of your favorite brands you like?
Smucker's has an all-natural
They have-
organic peanut butter, which is
Yeah.
great. I also have used almond butter.
Almond butter.
We've been using
Oh.
almond butter much more now, and
That's good.
there's a lot of great fats and oils in there as well. And I know
Right.
you're going to talk about that shortly, but you know, that's a great thing. I mean, you could, you know, so for lunch maybe you do an almond butter or peanut butter sandwich with some of the all-natural spread and Ezekiel bread, and you're good to go.
We have some other, fruits here, your basic apple and orange. Now you get a little more carbohydrates from the apple versus the orange, so the orange, maybe is not so dense in calories, so maybe post-workout?
Yes, you could.
Okay.
That definitely is a good thing. You know, there's a lot of good vitamins in the oranges as well. Plus, too, the nice thing about an orange, it's got a lot more moisture.
Yeah.
You know, and it would, so if you have it nice and cold in the fridge or something like that, or your ice chest if you're out at a run, you know, break it open, and it's kind of refreshing, but it'll get in your system pretty quick, and you'll want to eat it. That's the other thing too, is find foods that you want to eat, not that you're forcing yourself to eat.
Yes.
I think that's real important. You know, if honestly, and this sounds kind of crazy, but if something with a little bit extra salt after a long run works for you, and is okay in your system, is getting some sodium back in your system, then that's okay, but it might not work for everybody.
Yeah. Then we also have here some healthy fats. We've got, this is just a basic walnut, which is actually complete in all your essential fatty acids. And then we've got your flax oil here and your fish oil, which I know a lot of people still are not supplementing with enough healthy fats. So I like to incorporate these fats into my daily diet. And I know, Ryan, you use a fish oil as well, right?
We do, yeah. We use it usually in a capsule form, but you know, you can use it very easily in the liquid also, as long as it absorbs in your system pretty readily.
Yeah. Look for a high quality brand of both of these fats. Nordic Naturals is great, Spectrum is great. If you do the oil versus capsules, this is flavored with either lemon or orange, and you could take it straight, or you could just throw it into a protein shake.
Heart health is very important, and as runners, we don't think about our heart because we think about how running is an exercise and it's strengthening the heart for sure. But you know, if we still don't take care of the heart's not going to take care of us. One of the most famous runners, kind of the running boom in the 60s and 70s, Jim Fixx, actually died of a heart attack. So so really runners have to be cautious as far as how they take care of their heart, and the fish oils definitely take care of it, these essential oils. Also, we were talking earlier, anti-inflammatory qualities.
You definitely need protein in your diet. I think a lot of runners, especially new runners again, are so focused on carbs. Carbs.
Protein is your building block as far as your strength goes. And yes, we do really center on carbohydrates, but too many carbohydrates, you don't use them. Again, we're not burning up as much as the elite athletes can turn to fat. You know, the proteins really lend in repairing the muscles, so especially after you have done your exercise bout, using some sort of, whether it's a Greek yogurt or even a turkey sandwich, with some lean turkey, on some Ezekiel bread, of course.
Put a little avocado on there.
That actually is, it's very, very good. And it helps with getting the protein in your system and helping to repair and in turn build your muscles for the next exercise bout.
Right, and you suggest protein also balanced throughout the meals.
Absolutely.
Everything, all of this should be in balance, essentially.
Sure.
So running and nutrition really doesn't have to be that difficult.
It really is not. If we eat healthy to begin with, it might only be minor tweaks to your system into your lifestyle as to what you do to be able to embark on a running journey, like hopefully you all have, getting ready for the Gulf Coast Half Marathon.
Yeah.
For you.
Well, thank you, Ryan. That's a lot of great info. And as you can see, guys, this stuff is actually really good because most of it is half-eaten from our fridges and our houses. So you need to try it. And if you have any questions, just let us know. You can email me at lafit.mom@gmail.com, or you can email Ryan at
Ryan@varsityrunning.com.
All right, guys, have a great day.
Let's go eat
Bye.
some lunch.